The lesson plan that I submitted and wrote was for the subject area of science. My topic was life science. My indicators were 15, uses verbal and nonverbal behavior that shows interest in and respect for students. 16, circulates around the room and assists students. And 17, models clear, acceptable oral and written communication skills. The standard for this lesson was describe structures in plants and their roles in food production, support, water and nutrient transport, and reproduction. My content objective was the students will explain important structures of a plant and their roles in food production, support, water and nutrient transport, and reproduction. My academic language objective was that students will write descriptions of the functions of the parts of plants. My assessment instrument was that the students will complete a worksheet individually and complete the worksheet achieving 80% or higher. My vocabulary for this lesson was pretty extensive because I had to think about all of the questions that could arise when talking about plants, such as why some have flowers, why some don't have flowers, why the leaves are green, and how they contribute to our environment by turning carbon dioxide into oxygen. For my demonstration of content, I made a small PowerPoint that doesn't go into deep detail about the parts of a plant and their functions, but kind of gives a general idea so that we can make a loose foundation, because in my guided practice, I go into further detail and we have more of a group discussion and it's a little bit more hands-on and interactive. For the guided practice, the students will be separated into 4 groups and we'll go on a campus walk where each group will pick a plant, flowering or non-flowering. In this case, it'd probably be better if they did flowering. Picking this plant is just so that they have a physical example and reference for when we fill out our flower diagram. They have something that they can look at and study aside from the sheet that I would give them, which would look like this except for without the words, because when we get back to class, they would separate into their groups, go to their tables, check out the plant that they picked, and then fill in the empty spaces on the plant diagram. And then after they label it, we'll regroup as a class and we will make sure that all groups are in agreement on the names of each part of the plant, and then at that time I will talk to them more in depth about what each part does and how it serves to help the flower, the plant. For the independent practice, the students will be given a sheet with a list of the parts of plants like this. And they'll have to draw a picture and they'll have to give a brief description or make a list of the things that this part of the plant does. How the flower attracts the pollinators so that the pollen can be spread to make more. How the seeds make new flowers. The leaves produce the chlorophyll. That the stem transports the nutrients from the roots to the leaves and the flower, and how the roots gather the water and nutrients from the soil to give to the flower. I don't need any accommodations for any ESOL or ELL students because those would be in the second half of the school day and I teach in the first half. And that's it. Thank you.